Hey, Sarah. Happy birthday. I can't hear you.
Thank you.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. We had a little family dinner. It was very nice.
Not quite what you pictured for your 21st birthday party.
Close. Close.
You probably wouldn't have done the stay up till midnight, go to the bars kind of thing anyway.
Probably not. But the beach bars are open, I guess, if I wanted
Yeah, don't go.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on
Full of cooties.
it.
Somebody, one of her friends said that the lemon bar, and I guess she wasn't there, she just saw it on social media that everybody was at the lemon bar. I was like, what is happening?
I know.
Well, John said that Georgia has 1,000 new cases, over the weekend from all there. I don't know. It looks so quiet at the McKenzie house.
It is. Everybody's asleep. Donnie's in his office. Where's John?
Where's John? John? He's hiding.
It's way more fun to practice when he's in the background.
He's hiding from us. I don't know. He guess he changed his mind. Or he doesn't remember. He said he would do it. So, oh well. I'm gonna get him to do yin tonight, though.
Gosh, I'm jealous.
It's one day. I'm just trying to make sure they keep the class.
I know. Well, once we're going back to the studio, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah. Well, can't do it all. You can't. If you did yoga every day, your family might disown you.
I need to FaceTime with you later. I got to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Are
What?
you working today?
No, I'm not. No, we're really slow this week. I mean, as we have been, super slow. Nothing going on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anytime. Did you guys see Luli yesterday?
Can you hear me, Monica?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. I've been literally talking this whole time thinking you guys could hear me.
Oh.
No. She's like, why won't they shut up?
I don't know. Oh my God, that's so funny. I forgot to turn on the iRig. Okay, all this equipment. I'm more tech savvy now than I've been in my whole life, pretty much. How about you guys? Anybody? Getting more smart?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Just just what you have to know. That's all.
Right. I mean, that's really all I've learned is what I have to know, but still, it counts as something, right?
Definitely.
Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Monday. It's a really beautiful day outside. It's gonna be nice. There's gonna be good vibes today. I can feel it. And we're all on our yoga mats right now. So let's all start out in child's pose. Start on your hands and knees. Just take your time melting into your mat. Good. Stretch your hands forward. And on your exhale, go ahead and pin your hips back onto your heels. Good. Pull in some deep breaths. Refuel yourself. In your mind, visualize a long, flat spine. So reach forward even further. Stretch your fingers out on your mat. Open them wide. Root down into the ground. Take one more big breath in through your nose. Open up, let it out with a sigh. And then come on to your hands and knees, tabletop. Maybe even close your eyes in this moment and see if there's anything that needs to happen. If there's not, just start moving whichever way you want. But if there is, kind of just proceed gently. My son woke up and told me this morning that his neck hurt. And I was like, oh, you're 7. I don't want to hear about it. But the older I become, I also know what to do about it when I wake up and something's bugging me. Because I've been in this body for a while. I have that advantage. You guys know how your mechanics work. So lean in or back off from whatever's coming up right now. Take a couple of cat-cows up and down. Maybe rock back and forth. And come back to a flat back. Then extend your right leg behind you. Roll your ankle a couple times. Go both ways. Good, then plant the knife edge of that right foot onto the ground behind you. Let's move into side plank. So the left arm's gonna lift up as the right arm's gonna lift up as the right knee plants. Press down into your foundation. Ground down through that knee. Lift up with your arm. Look up at your top thumb. And if you want more, go ahead and get off that knee altogether if you're ready. Take a breath. Go back to tabletop. Another round of cat-cows. One up, one down. Big breath in as you lift. Big exhale. Press the ground away. And then come to a flat back. Take your left leg behind you. Roll out your ankle. Maybe a couple pops and cracks. Plant that knife edge of that left foot on the ground there. Lift the left arm up to the sky. It's supported side plank. Or full on side plank. Take a big breath in. Lift your left leg up as high as you can. Good, back to tabletop. Another round of cat-cows. One up, one down. Come to a flat back. Extend the crown of your head forward. Press your tailbone back. And then from here, go to downward facing dog. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Find some space between your hands and feet, and then press your heels back towards the end of your mat. If they're on the ground right now, maybe give yourself a little more space if you feel like you can bring that in. And then take a breath, lift your right leg up and float it back down. 3 times each leg. Lift your left leg up, big breath in as you lift, big exhale as you lower. And then back up with the right leg, lift the right leg up. Exhale, take it back down. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, bring it back down. Last time on the right leg, lift. And this time, bend your knee, open up your hip. Take a second to press that heel over towards the opposite end of the room. And then maybe you bring in a twist. You can open from the thoracic spine by shifting your gaze a little bit and peeling back with your right shoulder. Good. Square your hips, put your right foot down. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Press your heel away from your body. Get some good leverage with your hands and then open up your left hip. And bring your leg down to the ground. Take your right leg back up. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, bring your right heel out to the right. Right, hold it here. We're eventually going to transition after a breath or so into low lunge. So the right foot's going to come up to the right hand. See if you can just start now to bring that foot up really slowly towards your right hand. Just kind of by rotating your hip up and around. Yes, Monica. Good, Kay. Yes. Oh, yes. You guys are all getting it. Good, Mari. And Sarah. It's Sarah, right? Okay. I thought I heard someone call you that. And then we've got Ari. Okay. Good. So stay in low lunge. Bring your right foot to your right hand. Stay right there. Lower your hips down. See if you can keep your back knee off the ground for now. Just zoning into the front of this back thigh. And then press your chest forward. Yeah, Monica's on her forearms. If you guys want to drop down, that's great. What can you handle right now? Take a breath in. And then step back to plank. So if you're on your forearms, you can be in forearm plank. That's fine too. Downward facing dog. Or if you're on your forearms, I guess you'd be in dolphin. But join us in down dog. And then everyone lift your left leg up. Same thing. Pull your left heel out to the left side. Flexing your toes toward your face. Keeping that hip high and active. Get one more breath in. Hold it right here. But start to move your foot up and around. And using your core as you bring your foot up. And land that foot up by your left hand. Low lunge. If your back thigh is talking to you right now, send some energy that way. Let your attention go there. It's always crazy to me when I think about the fact that we only put our attention on so few things, and there's like a whole nother world out there. And in a sense, the only thing that matters is what you're giving your attention to. That's what becomes your world. That's what becomes important in your world. Be aware of where your attention's going right now. And let's step back to plank. So again, on your forearms, not on your forearms. Take 2 breaths right here. Pull the belly in. Zip your legs together. Zip the backs of your shoulders toward your spine. Take a breath in. But if you're in your forearms, come up to regular plank. Everybody downward facing dog. Step your feet forward. So right foot to right hand, left foot to left hand, ragdoll. Breathe. If there's any tension in your back, grab your elbows, swing your body right, swing your body left, shake your head yes, shake your head no. If you're tight in your shoulders, bring your hands around, rinse out for a bind. Clasp your fingers, just like this, and you can take those shoulders up over your head. Now step your feet together. Let's rise up, high mountain pose. Good. Imagine you're trying to win a contest of who's tallest. Lift your arms up as high as you can. Tuck your tailbone under. And expand upward and outward through your fingertips. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's take 1 Om to start class. Tadasana. Take the arms back up, look up between your hands, fill up with a big breath in, exhale, go back. Now, even if it's just to set your gaze for a second or pull your shoulders back. And then bring your hands back to heart center, fill up with another big breath. Exhale, fold forward and let it go. Inhale, halfway rise up. Exhale, step back to plank. And then with your shoulders right over your wrists and your heels right over your toes, start to bend your elbows till you're in a hover right over the ground. Good, fill up your lungs again. Inhale, halfway lift, press your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold, Tadasana. Now don't worry if you still feel tight, just notice where the tightness is. We're gonna work through it together. Fold forward. Right, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, long straight line, plank pose. Bend your elbows, lower down, low plank. Inhale, rise up onto the tops of your feet, chest presses forward, upward dog, downward facing dog. And look between your hands, hop or step. Halfway lift, fold, Tadasana, rise up. Bow forward. And inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, high to low or chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Right, left side, I don't know where I was going with that. Step forward. I almost said warrior one, but we're almost there. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, rise up. Bring your knees in alignment with each other and then move the knees back. Make sure that you can actually get a good visual of your toes. We're gonna play around with our toes for a second. And so press into the heels and lift your toes up off the mat. Spread them all out. Look down by your toes. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to go to the nail salon since they reopened, get a pedicure, get a nice pedicure. I have definitely not. And I tried to take my nail polish off last night and they're like every stained shade of blue. Whatever your toes look like right now, admire them, spread them out, see them do their work, and then rise up onto your toes. Lift your heels up. Take a big breath. Exhale the heels back down. Let's go to low chair. And then right here, just feel your spine kind of lengthening as you reach forward. This felt really good on my back right now. Bring your biceps up by your ears, squeeze in. Exhale, fold forward, release. Feel your body release all that tension as you fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. But now let's go to warrior one. Right side, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot to your right hand. And gently rise up. Take a breath. Pull your navel towards your spine. Pull your shoulders back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take that to the left side. Take your left leg into the air. Big breath in. Exhale your left foot to your left hand. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And breathe. And notice where your hips are right now in relation to each other. Where are you in space? Now pull your left hip, or pull your left hip over towards the left. Pull your right hip forward. And squeeze in skin to muscle to bone. Take a breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step or float there. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, rise up. Rise up and then sit down. Take a breath. Square your hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog, right side, warrior one. Good. Breathe to rise. Exhale to high plank, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. That other side, left side forward, warrior one. And pull those shoulders back, bringing an expansive quality to the front side of your body. Take a breath, hit the mat, chaturanga, upward facing to downward facing dog. And breathe in, look between your hands, hop or step there. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. Last time, sink your hips down. Come as low down as you can this time. And fold. Halfway rise up, exhale back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands or bring your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. I'm getting ahead of myself here. And rise up. This time go ahead and open up into warrior two. Expand your arms, but notice how your shoulders, if they're up near your ears, bring them down, float them back down. Good, taking a big breath. This time reach your right hand forward, flip the palm over, go back for reverse warrior. Now right there, take another breath in, fill up. Exhale, reach back even further. And then chaturanga, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. And reach your left palm forward, flip the palm over, go back. Right into chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing dog. And here you breathe. Find space in your lungs for a couple extra deep breaths. And as you're pulling these in, breathe some kind of intention in with you. This is like every Monday I have like a new goal, and sometimes I don't end up sticking with it by the end of the week, but I always have that good intention. And good intentions are worth their weight in gold if you can follow through. Make some kind of commitment to yourself right now, even if it's just like, later today, I will take a walk. I will nurture my soul. And take your right leg up into the air and start now with whatever that is. And bend your knee, open up your hip. Stay here or flip over, tapping your right foot onto the ground, but going slowly and quietly, easily on the joints. Really nice work, Kay. Good job, Ari. Everybody lift your hips up from where you are right now. Take the right hand towards the ground. If wheel is there, why not go for it? Nice, Sarah. Breathe into that wheel. Lift your hips up. Press your chest forward and through your shoulders. Good. Come back into downward facing dog. Take your left leg up into the air. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Keep expanding. Press your left foot over further until your left arm just comes up off the ground all by itself. And notice how when you take this in, when you go slowly, you notice that you almost have the opportunity to take this in stages, and there's a greater sense of control there. I mean, I think all of us want to experience that to some extent in our lives. So whenever it's there, take that as an opportunity. Good. Come back into down dog. And then lift your right leg up. Pull your right foot out to the right again. We're gonna do that whole thing again where we come into low lunge this way. So and you can already start now. You don't have to stay static in this. Just start to pull your right foot towards your right hand, nice and slow. Oh, nice, Monica. Good. Feel that core fire up as you do this. And then take a breath in, set up your feet, and then lift your arms up into crescent lunge. As soon as you get up to the top, let's take a big, actually, let me turn this way, a big open twist to the right. Good, then reverse your twist. So take that back hand back down your back thigh, lift your left arm up. Beautiful. All right, spin into warrior two. There you go. Open up your hips. Let's hold this for a few breaths. Take your right knee out towards your pinky toe. Draw your shoulder blades back onto your spine. I did a slow flow class in my living room the other day, and every time I do this, I'm just reminded it's a completely different workout. It warms up the body in a completely different way. And for some reason, whenever it happens, I'm just like, I love this. I need this. Take a breath. Reverse your warrior. And then notice what's coming up when you're asked to stay put. Most of the time for me, it's just this quick-tempered like irritation. At chaturanga, let it flow through you. Let's flow. Down to the mat, upward dog, downward facing dog. Take your left leg up into the air, square your hip, flex your toes, and then pull your left hip out towards the left. Good, keep going. Move your left foot up to your left hand for low lunge. Good, and if your foot landed somewhere you didn't want it to land, go ahead and adjust that however you need it to be. Rise up, high lunge. Really nice. And then with your balance, as soon as you're steady, let's go ahead and start to open up into that open twist on the left. So that's left hand back, right hand forward. Take an inhale, go back. And notice how this sort of forces that back hip flexor, that right hip flexor to open up right here. Spin into warrior two, 3 breaths. Bring that front knee right over your ankle. Come down into your legs. You notice if there's anything holding you back right now. And reverse your warrior. And down for chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing dog. And move into plank. And bring your right knee to your right elbow. I want you guys to stay here, or you can play around with Running Man. If you've never done Running Man, I will give you a short tutorial. But if you have, go ahead and just go right into it. So the right knee is going to come to the right elbow. You'll bend the elbows, and then you can stay here, or you can lift the back foot off the ground. Maybe the right leg is straight for flying lizard or flying split. It's got so many different names. Yeah, play around with that. Nice, Mari. Good, great balance. Yes, Monica. Okay, awesome. And then you go to chaturanga and you come back up. Let's meet back in downward dog. Let's move on to the left side. Everyone come back into plank. Move your left knee to your left elbow. Good, play. Stay here or play. Yes. Lift up, press your chest forward, chaturanga when you're ready. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump or step there. And halfway lift, fold, and then move up into chair. We're gonna take our hands together at heart center. Okay, twist to the right. And then come up onto the left toes. Your choice is to stay here, or you can take your left leg back, kind of into airplane. Or you could tap your left toes on the ground and just keep the weight, wherever you are, just keep the weight in the right thigh. So either you can keep the left leg lifted unless you need to tap it on the ground, but just keeping that weight in that right leg. Good, step it back up, chair pose. Same thing, other side. Let's come off of the right heel now. So we're on the right toes, and then we're just gonna see if we can, we're either gonna stay here or we're gonna lift the foot off the ground. See if we can keep that right knee connected to that right elbow, and then stand up as tall as you can. Okay, come all the way back down. Now stay here or open up your arms. If you're able to get your left hand on the ground, you might wanna go for side crow. If that's in your practice, go there. Beautiful. Lift your chest up. Yeah, open up your legs if that's in your practice. You can do the scissor approach. Go back into chaturanga and then up dog, down dog. Good. If you chose not to go the arm balance route, let's meet up in ragdoll. Everybody take some juicy relief from what we just did. Breathe. And now step your feet together back to chair. This time bring your hands together at heart center. Let's twist to the left. So we're coming up onto the right toes now. The right heel is lifted up off the mat, and we're gonna see if we can either A, stay right here, or B, extend the right leg back in some form or fashion. If it doesn't stay off the ground, it can come down and tap the toes for support. Bring the right foot back. And then come up onto the left toes. And take a breath in. See if we can get that whole foot up off the ground. The right elbow is still connected to the left knee. Let's lift up. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly go back down. And then stay right here with the hands pressed together, or open the arms. If your arms are open, stay there or go into your arm balance, your side crow. 2 more full breaths in. And from your arm balance, go to chaturanga. Everybody meet up in ragdoll. From your chair pose prayer twist, go to ragdoll. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and then pull yourself down, pull your upper body down even farther. And then take your feet together, rise all the way up. Inhale, half lift. Oh. Or you can do this from mountain pose. From mountain pose, take a fold. Good, halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. And then straighten your front leg. go into triangle pose. And take big breaths. And try to pull your left hip up on top of your right hip. And then hug in. Draw your shoulder blades back towards each other, expand your chest. And then come back to warrior two, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior one. Open up warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And then straighten your front leg, Trikonasana. Good. Lift your chest up. The more lift you get here, the more of a radius that you're gonna have for twisting open. You're gonna have more of a turning radius. One more inhale. Open up, let it go. Warrior two to chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. High plank. Good. Step your feet out wide. Good. Then step them back in. Good. Step your feet out wide again. And then step them back in. Good. Now bring your right knee to your right elbow and take it back. This is your core, you guys. Left knee, left elbow. Take it back. Good. Lower down to low plank. Come into up dog. Go back to low plank. Good. Come up to high plank. Nice. However you need to get there. Knees on the ground if they're needed. Okay, just hold this plank for a second. You guys can do this. Take your shoulders back onto your spine and then lengthen forward with the crown of your head. Breathe. Now see if you can take from your plank pose, see if you can take your right hand off the ground, reach that forward. If you need to space your feet apart, that might help. Good, then take your left leg off the ground. Even if you need to bring your right knee down and do this in tabletop. Good, release to plank. Let's take the left leg up, or left arm up, right leg up. And take it back down. All right, lower all the way to your belly. Try to find yourself in total rest right now. I read this study that said that if we're, the best sleep is when we're not actually like having a lot of dreams. A lot of my dreams like are not good ones. Like I'll go to sleep worried and then I'll wake up from a nightmare. And then for the rest of the day, I'm usually tired. If that happens, I'm usually more tired the rest of the day. But since I started meditating before bed, that hasn't happened. So on some level, like we're able to control the thoughts that are coming into our system. It's just something that we have to, it's something that we can practice. So when you come into rest, try to make it actually restful. So a lot of times the quality of our thoughts can rob us of that. Take a breath. Let's bring our arms out in front of us. And then bring everything towards your center line. Skin, muscle, bone, wrap it all up, and then lift your fingers up off the ground. Lift your shoulders and chest up off the ground. Keep your feet on the floor. Get the tops of the feet down. Lift your arms, shoulders, head, chest, neck. Release. Good. Let's do that again. Again, tops of the feet on the floor. This is using core. This is using a lot of extra muscles. Keep those feet down. Take your arms up. Good. Look down at your mat. Make sure that you're not craning your neck. And release. Take your knees side to side. Upward facing dog. Just hold this for a second. Just enjoy it. Scoot your waist as close to your wrists as you can. There you go. Good on. Oh, from far away, I thought that said Ari. I'm so sorry. On's phone. Okay. All right, let's go to down dog. And then everyone make your way onto your backs. Let's set up for some wheels. I feel like we should do some birthday wheels for Sarah, but 21 seems excessive. So I think what we'll do is instead, we'll do the numerology way and we'll add the 2 and the 1. So we'll do 3 good wheels, okay? But then we also need to have some bridges so we have more back bend. So everyone's starting a bridge. Let's get up in our bridge together. So 2 bridges, 3 wheels. All right, everybody up. So in your bridge, bring your knees together. Bring everything in towards 12 o'clock. Good, really nice. Squeeze in, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. Just for a second, just to tap the hips on the ground. Yeah, maybe move the knees, and then everyone back up. Bridge number 2. Everyone lift up. Good. On. Bring your knees in towards each other. Everybody move everything towards 12 o'clock. There you go. Really nice. Okay, lower back down. Take your knees side to side. And let's come up for wheel. Everybody wheel. So on the hands, on the feet, press up. Yes, good. You guys are ready. Press up, lift your hips, and then lower back down. Take your knees side to side. Come up, guys. Good. Go for wheel number 2. Bring some energy to it this time. What have you got left? We're definitely in the last 15 minutes of the practice. Just give all that you have. And then come back down. Good. Take your knees side to side. This time we're going to lift both legs up. Not at the same time, but both legs. So everybody get up off the mat. Hands and knees back up. Good. Everyone lift your right leg up. Doesn't matter if you're in bridge or wheel. Get up off the ground with the right leg. And then take it down. And get your left foot off the ground. And release it back. And then move your knees side to side. Take your everything down onto the ground. And take some movement. And then settle into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your knees onto your chest. Let's go into happy baby. You guys have already done your abs for the day, so this is going to be a direct transition into your frog in a second. So just let yourself kind of absorb this like little mini hip opener. Pull your knees down, round your low back down. And then roll up to your seat. Take a couple rolls. Let yourself massage your low back or any part of your spine. And then let's roll over onto our front. Let's go to frog. So come onto your hands and knees. However you want to arrange your mat right now, whether you want to fold it up or use some props. You can't hear me?
It just got a little bit softer. I can still hear you, but I was really straining.
Huh. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Maybe the volume went down for a second. That's so weird. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe I accidentally bumped this while it was behind me somehow. Okay. Okay, so those of you guys who didn't hear, we're just going into frog. Did you hear that? Okay. It's funny, until you guys told me you couldn't hear me, I had no idea. I just thought you guys were like, oh, I don't like this pose, so I'm gonna take my time. And I have like, I think all of us have like avoidance patterns like that, yeah? Like when you come home sometimes and you're just, it's maybe you avoid the people that are in your house right away. I have a friend that will, when she gets home from work, she'll sit in her driveway for 15 minutes before she goes inside. It's just because she needs a minute to decompress. Like we have, and like, you know, some of us avoid doing the dishes when we get home, and some of us avoid talking to our spouse or our kids right away, or, you know, whatever it is. But what I've noticed about that with me is that where I'm avoiding other people and other things, what I'm really avoiding is self-intimacy. Like it's hard for me to be alone with myself, so that makes it harder for me to be alone with others sometimes. So it's that whole concept of what are you not willing to look at? Because whatever we resist always persists, and whatever we look at always disappears. Breathe, and as you breathe, let yourself sink a little deeper. Sink into whatever it is that you feel like you might be avoiding right now. Let yourself have that experience. Slowly bring your legs behind you. Let's come out of this frog. Reach forward onto your belly. And then take as much time as you need to make your way onto your back. Then lift your feet up into the air. Let's take some kind of inversion here. So whether that's a waterfall, maybe if you don't have a block, it doesn't matter. You can always go take your legs up against the wall, or you can just lift your feet up into the air. The block is just a nice touch, not a necessity. So whatever you've got, you can make it work. If you want to go into headstand or traditional headstand or forearm stand, that works. Breathe. And then slowly start to make your way back down onto your mat from wherever you are right now. And then draw your knees onto your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze and then extend your right leg out in front of you. And so keep that left knee pulled into your chest and then pull it over the right side of your body. Come back into center. And then extend your left leg out, hug your right knee in. Pull your right knee over the left side of your body. And as you do that, look over your right shoulder. Bring both of your knees onto your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Take any final movements that you need. If it's rocking from side to side or from front to back, go ahead and go there. Now hug it all in. Skin to muscle to bone. Bow your forehead towards your knees, knees towards your forehead. Squeeze it in. Take a breath. Exhale it out and let it go. Savasana. of your energy back into the room with you. And then let it settle back into your body. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Open up your mouth, say ha. And then draw your knees onto your chest. If you need to take any final movements, go ahead and take any other movements that you need. And roll onto your right side and let yourself rest there for just a second or two. And then press yourself up to your seat. And then with the eyes still closed, if that feels safe, let's bring our hands together at heart center. Let's finish class with one Om. Take your thumb knuckles to the center of your forehead. And together we bow to each other and we bow to ourselves. Namaste. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope this is a really good start to your weekend, that you create something new today, or you go out and enjoy the weather or the beach or a restaurant or whatever it is that's available to you, because we have options today. And you should go out and celebrate those options.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Bye. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Thank you.
Bye, Kay. Bye, An. Bye, Monica. Bye, Mari and Sarah.